motivation and preparation led to a new sensation, new creation. That's what you're facing. Now watch my elevation.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Tyson Fury says he needs $500 million to even entertain fighting the winner of Usyk Joshua. We're going to take a listen, but I'm not showing you the video because I don't know. They might try to take it from us. So let's listen.
Now, Tyson, I've got one question to ask you. When you looked me in the eye those weeks ago, and you vowed you were never, ever going to fight again, did you mean it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So you're not going to fight again?
No, I still mean it, Pierce.
So when
I'm
you
not going to be fighting any more professional fights. I'm finished.
What happens if the Joshua Usyk fight in August in Saudi Arabia is a bit of a thriller and Joshua wins and the jungle drums begin beating, but the whole of Britain wants to see you finally get in a ring with Anthony Joshua, and Frank Warren, being the brilliant promoter that he is, puts a check on the table in front of you for such a gargantuan sum of money, you think, you know what, I've got one bit of unfinished business, and it's Joshua.
No, I don't care who wins out the fight. I wish them both luck in the world. I'm done. I told you I was done 7 weeks ago. I meant it. There's some talk of me having some exhibition fights, but to be honest with you, I can't see that coming off either. Because I've got no real interest in fighting anymore. It's not just the fight on the night. It's all stuff in the gym, taking punches to the head. It's just enough is enough for me. I put a ridiculous number on today. I said, I'll come back for £500 million. That's 500 million. So if that's not ridiculous enough to believe I'm not coming back for boxing, I don't know what is.
But somebody, and Frank Warren is a good promoter, but somebody might get that number for you. They might get that number for you. If they do, if they say, look, here's $500 million, would you take it?
Yeah. Listen, I would definitely look at it if there's $500 million on the table.
Just look at it.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that offer.
Just have a look.
So that's what Tyson Fury had to say. He needs $500 million to even look at the offer. And we're turning it over to Ned, the TBE.
Listen, last segment we talked about Fury's crime affiliations. I'm just saying he's going to need $500 million for his lawyer fees. And I'm not saying it's innocent till proven guilty. And that's all. That's all. But Fury, the way things are set up nowadays, we live in the digital era, and you on camera, you on wiretaps, you're on everywhere. And now that in the U.S., self-snitching is big. So I don't know how big is clout chasing outside the U.S. So I don't know what you've been posting. You might have posted cryptid Instagram posts. I go through your Instagram and I see what I see. But I look back on certain things that you might be connected to. But Fury, you had a wild side in your lifetime. And maybe it's coming back to bite you. That's all.
All right, we're gonna turn over to Conspiracy now.
I'm being honest, man. This segment is by far like one of them times I wish I wasn't on. What's your name? Mauricio Suleiman, strip this man of the belt ASAP. Like, if this dude is serious, why is he holding one of the belts hostage, preventing undisputed? It shouldn't be this way, So and to be honest with you, Tyson Fury, you're funny. I read between the lines because, on Twitter, you see what Tyson be posting up and everything. There was a moment when Tyson Fury was so gung-ho on facing AJ. But every time there was talks about him going up against Usyk, Usyk doesn't speak English. It won't generate money. This, that, and the third. I'm not interested in that fight. Now, out of nowhere, hey, I'll come back for $500 million. Bro, that sounds like duck language, bro. I'm being honest, man. This is all duckery. You know what I mean? So, man, just Mauricio, do one thing good with the WBC. Strip Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, whenever you decide to come out of retirement again, you can always use I'm the true champion. I've never lost in the ring, yada, yada, yada. So your market value is still there. but don't hold Undisputed hostage, man. This is like, it's getting, at this point, it's getting outrageous. You know, like, to be honest, if I was Mauricio, I would strip Tyson Fury and just be like, yo, the rematch between Usyk and AJ will also be for the vacant WBC title. Like, who cares? Like, just make this all happen so we can just finally have a definitive heavyweight champion of the world. Tyson Fury is playing games, and it's like disgusting that even the interviewers actually entertaining his foolishness. I'd have been like, yo, my man, like, you ain't got no pride? Like, yo, what you talking about? I'd have been like, yo, what's he talking about, son? Like, yo, is he serious? You know what I mean? Like, and he's just like, oh, you know, give me $500 million. I'd have been like, quack, quack, quack. Like, yo, you're ducking. You know what I mean? So shame on Tyson Fury and shame on Mauricio Suleiman for not taking immediate action after this. To me, you see how they got at what's his name? Puerto Rican kid, Belenga, because of that one interview they did. They're like, oh, all right, we punishing you. We're gonna do ABCDFG. They should punish Tyson Fury for this interview. You're making a mockery of the sport. You're making a mockery of the WBC championship belt. You gotta stop it, man. This is getting outrageous, bro. If you don't want to fight, then be retired for real. But give up your belt. This dude's talking about fighting The Rock, bro. Like, you want to fight Black Adam? He wants to fight Black Adam, but he don't want to fight Alexander Usyk. Yo, man, listen. Tyson Fury, to me, I honestly believe Tyson Fury could beat Usyk. This is my honest opinion. I honestly believe Tyson Fury has the skills to pay the bills. But the fact that he's making all these excuses and this, that, and it just tells me you shook to death of this Ukrainian. You know what I mean? And shame on you, bro. Like, for real, shame on Tyson Fury. I don't think we should even reward this type of behavior. This is disgusting. WBC, step up and be like, hey, Tyson Fury, we're going to give you this till this period, like this month. By the end of this, 30 days, you got 30 days to make a decision. If you really retired, that's cool. But by the end of these 30 days, you're going to mail us that belt, and we're going to put that belt up to auction at the AJ Usyk rematch.
All right. Spirit G has spoken. Real dollar bill.
But it's a good cap, I think.
It's a fitted cap.
You know what I mean?
I look at it like this, right? I feel like if Tyson Fury was everything that G said, if Tyson Fury was thinking like this, I believe, and it was true, I believe that Suleiman would take that belt and try to be greedy and get some sanctions for somebody else. You know, if it was true. Or Tyson Fury would drop that belt already if he was really talking about retirement. If it was true. Because I know how greedy these belt sanctioning body guys are. You know? So that's why I was thinking that it was cap. The only reason why I was saying with the $500 billion is, you know, first rule negotiation, start high. So maybe he's already starting to put the bug in to let him know if he fights, it's not going to be cheap. You know? Talk about how I look at it. Yeah, you definitely look at it all right. You know, so I think it's all cap, and I think he will return. But what he's trying to let y'all know is it's not going to be cheap.
I agree with both of you, which is why I'm with G, not Ned at all, with G and with Trill, which is why I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. I understand your frustration, G, with like, it doesn't seem like he has the same energy towards fight Usyk that he does with having Joshua, and like for all the reasons you pointed out. And it's kind of like, yo, why if he's so easy, if he's a puffed up middleweight, why not just beat him and get all the belts and get all the history, right? Especially when like you just racked up your first 2 title defenses, like, you know, basically like this year. So although you've had all the belts, you got suspended and they were relinquished immediately, and then you came back, earned the belts, and earned the WBC belt, defended against Wilder once, and then you just defended against Dillian White. Why not build your legacy by having a few defenses against like some really good contenders? because that's really the only knock that people had, well, that they had against him. But he's already like eliminated that somewhat. But people are still like, why would you leave when your next title defense, it could be for undisputed and like really solidify you as one of the greatest heavyweights that ever lived? Right now, people look at Tyson Fury and they're like, skill wise, height, the package, we've never seen that package before, and he would be a difficult fight for anyone. But he beats AJ or Usyk to become undisputed. We're talking about like legendary status. We're talking about where does he rank in the all-time great heavyweights type of discussion. And then he can retire and no one could ever dispute what he meant to the sport. So it's just an awkward time to retire, which is why if he does retire and Usyk wins, a lot of people are going to feel like you just didn't want to fight Usyk. You were worried about Usyk because your energy was always different for Usyk. You never showed the desire to fight Usyk. You always wanted AJ. And we all know styles make fights. And I think when Fury looks at AJ, he thinks this is a favorable matchup for me. But when he looks at Usyk, Usyk is tricky. Usyk is difficult, and Usyk can adapt. So it's like, do you just not want to fight Usyk? But where I'm with Trill is, I think he is setting the market for himself. Just saying, like, y'all got to pay me more than y'all been paying me. And when it comes time for this fight, y'all going to have to come at me correct. Because I don't have to fight, basically, is what I think he's trying to say. Like, I'm Fury. Y'all know I'm crazy. I'll walk away right now. So when it comes time to make that undisputed fight, don't play with me. Come correct with these offers because I'll walk away. But I think they should wait until after that fight, though, G. I don't think they should strip him before the fight because I feel like, if he is playing a negotiation game, he should have the opportunity to do that. He won the belt. He earned the belt. So I think it's until after. So say Usyk wins again or AJ wins and they go to negotiate with him and he's like playing that game where, I'm retired, then I think they should strip him. And then if they strip him, I think the first thing they should immediately do is make Deontay Wilder fight the winner for undisputed. And I think that would be a great way to do it. It's like, the guy Fury beat for these belts was Deontay, right? Deontay's only L is to Fury since Fury's leaving and always dubbed Deontay Wilder the second best heavyweight in the world. Now the winner of Usyk and Joshua has to fight Deontay Wilder for undisputed. So I would just wait until after that fight to see if Fury would come back. That's just the way I would do it.
So what I said has no validity here.
Not in my mind.
I forgot what you said, bro. I'm being honest.
My man, listen, I'm not judging people. I don't know Daniel Kinahan, and I'm being dead real. I know people who've done really bad things. I don't even want to get into it when you talk about like crimes or whatever, but they were the nicest people in the world to me. Everyone assumes that like you could just spot a criminal or that like criminals don't walk around with a sign on their head that says criminal.
Bro,
and people don't walk around.
Trust me, I know that for a fact. You would not know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dudes that got like damn near look like a mansion in the suburbs, and these dudes are major drug dealers, but they go to soccer practice with their kids. You would not know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just
coach the team.
You won't know, man. I'm telling you, you just won't know.
You can't point it out.
Yeah, because the thing is, just because someone's a criminal or they do bad things, it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. So, like, people are always shocked, like, when they find out someone's a criminal, or you look at, like, these documentaries, and it's like, he was just so nice and respectful. It's like, yo, bro, those be the ones. Like, you think like every criminal's like a road boy or a corner boy who just stands there and, nah, they won't make it that far. That's why they on the corner. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's their ceiling is the corner. The good ones, the good criminals are the ones who hardly ever would show you their side, and that's why, like I said, I'm not judging anybody. That's not, I don't know it. I don't know enough.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. The Brothers album out now on all major streaming services. You already know what it is.